You want to hear something gross?
Yeah.
My mom told me she had sex with my dad last night, and I wanted to throw up.
Oh my God.
It was so aggressive.
Boss bitch. Boss bitch.
All right, welcome to Boss Bitch Radio, you guys. welcome. Thank you for those that are joining us on Instagram. We always love when you're over there sharing your own stories and experiences in the comments as we podcast, which is great. Today, we're going to take a little bit of a break from talking about food and training for a second because like we talked about on the last podcast, which got deleted off the gram because I was not tech savvy that day.
Stay tuned, you guys. It will drop on the it will drop on the podcast. If you missed parts of it, sorry.
Yeah.
But you'll get it when it drops on the podcast.
Yeah, but we were talking about the importance of, we are passionate about health and fitness and all the things that come with that and competing and all the things and the whole reason why I'm here. That's like our life. And also, we do other things, and there's other things that help contribute to our success with dieting and training.
Yeah.
So I find that it's great to consume a lot of like tactile information on how to calculate your macros or, all these things with protein and all that. But if you don't have some other foundational tools in your toolbox, does not matter. You can have like the best meal plan and training program here. It's not going to be successful.
I've been noticing, it's really up to me.
Oh, shocker.
Nobody else is going to do it for me. And I'm working my ass off. So, if that's what you need to do to get to whatever your goal is, like whatever it might be, you have to really like dig deep, believe in yourself, and then do the things to make it happen or nothing's ever going to happen.
Yeah.
I've been really feeling that. And I'm like, I get a little guilty anytime I don't want to like go work out or go do my cardio, which is probably good because then it's holding my ass to the fire.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
well, I think a big part of your follow through is you have set yourself up ahead of time, which is what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
Right. So, even when you don't feel like it, you've already like done all the things. Right.
Yeah.
So for example, one part of my trick to myself when I don't want to get up at 5 a.m. like I have been for the past, 2 or 3 months now.
Yeah. You've been doing really good. I'm proud of you.
I get up and I take my pre-workout immediately.
Immediately.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. Because we don't waste pre-workout in this family.
No, we don't. Mm-mm.
So I know if I roll my ass out of bed and as soon as the alarm goes off and I take my pre-workout, I ain't going to go lay back in bed. I'm going to pre-workout to sleep again. Like I can't, you don't do that. Right.
Uh-huh.
So I build in these little like tricks to get me to do the things.
I need some more tricks. Okay. I don't be going to work out at 5 a.m.
Okay.
I love waking up and training my early clients. That's literally like my life for the last however many years. But what am I supposed to do?
Oh, I don't know. Can't help you.
What?
Just kidding. We're going to talk about that today.
Okay.
You need to follow your fucking planner.
Okay. And I do.
Okay. You do. Okay. So we're going to talk about the importance of mastering your day for you to become efficient and
an overall boss bitch that gets shit done.
An overall boss bitch gets shit done, doesn't make excuses, and you can find time and strategize improving your life.
Yeah.
In whatever way that looks like to you. So first thing is something that her and I both do is we have a calendar.
Yes.
Planner.
It's a planner.
That word.
It's a whole ass planner.
And
yes. You guys I feel like some people, so when I had a full-time job, it seemed like it was kind of a little overkill, but it really did help. And then when I started making, different hours and needing to figure out when my workouts were, a full-on like timed planner from 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. It's 30-minute increments.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. It's great. It makes me get all of the things that I need to be done. I just look at it at night, typically. And then I know what I need to do for the next day. How did that go for you last night?
I didn't. But that's why it's so important to continue with that habit, right? Like,
Yes.
it's just the consistency of the habit. And I've been gone. I was in Vegas for 4 days. So I wasn't looking at a planner for 4 days.
We don't do
so I got back home and I was like, all of a sudden I forgot how to adult. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so just confused. How do I do things with my hands?
So I think one thing that you need to do with your planner is obviously, we've got jobs, we've got hours that we need to work. That's probably one of the first things that needs to go in. The next thing is, there's lots of things. There's different priorities for everybody, but I'm going to assume that you're going to figure out what you're going to do with your kids. Most of you that have children.
Yeah,
Right? I mean, we always say, that the parents are always like, they put their kids first and we need them to put themselves first too. So we're going to figure out both y'all's sports and extracurricular activities.
Yeah. So it really starts the night before. So I will usually brain dump a ton of stuff on a piece of paper and know that these certain things need to be done through the week. And then I will look in my personal calendar and I will start putting whatever appointments I have and transposing them onto my planner. So I have a double calendar system. Do you use your phone?
Barely.
Okay. So I use my phone.
I would rather use my planner. However, I'm not carrying it around like I used to, but I don't really need to at this point.
Yeah. So for me, I don't carry that big ass thing around. It just lives on my desk. So I use both and I'm constantly updating both. So the night before I look at it, I time block all my things. This is how I do it. You can share with how you do yours. Mm-hmm. And I know what appointments are going to live for the week. They're not going to move. And then after that, I already know I'm waking up at 5 a.m. to train. So that's not even a thing anymore. I don't have to worry about a time for that. And then in between there, I work on the business. I work on the business in either sales, marketing, email follow-ups, communicating with team, and then move to working in the business and do my check-ins and athlete check-ins and work in the coaching capacity towards the afternoon. So that way I'm getting shit done. And so it's rinse and repeat. So it's important to do that so you know what to expect, how to plan things out. If you have certain goals, I have certain financial goals, number goals, I'm looking at that every week and making sure that I'm on track with that. And I have to plug in certain things to make the ball move forward. So much like fitness, nutrition, competing, you have to be
planned,
fucking organized.
I think one thing that everybody's different, right? But I think what happens is when you're having a super busy day the next day, the best thing that you can do is plan out your day, because then you're not going to be able to kind of just fly by the seat of your pants. Usually that's when you start running through Taco Bell and then you're running to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's a lot of running.
It's a lot of running.
We don't run here, especially to the toilet.
I keep having thoughts about running, and then I just keep thinking, have you ever seen an elephant run?
Yeah, hippopotami.
Yeah.
So time blocking is super important. One thing I will say, just for those of you that maybe work for yourselves, entrepreneurial, or run your own business, and you kind of are in charge of your time. We were talking about this the other day, is that it when I first started, I was I don't know how to manage my time properly.
Yeah.
Right. And so it was very disorienting. And I was just sometimes I would take 3 hours to train and just be oh, it's fine. I work for myself, and shit kept getting backlogged and things like that. So one thing I know now is obviously working out earlier works great because then I don't have to worry about it. And I make sure I'm out of the gym by 7:15, 7:30 is pushing it. And then I'm you're wasting time in here. Get on with your day. And then I really try to be honest with myself. I don't know if you do this, but I block a certain amount of time for check-ins every day.
Oh, yeah.
And I usually tell myself it's going to take a certain amount of time. And then I'm you're dumb. That's not true. You're dumb. That never works out. Okay.
No.
So I buffered an extra 30 minutes in there.
Oh.
So I always try to buffer a little bit of extra time because I always feel there's not enough. And I would rather be ahead of schedule than not.
Of course. Yeah.
So time blocking is super important. Okay. The next thing. So do you have any more tips on how you do your planning on your planner? Because I think you do yours a little bit different than mine.
Well, the problem is that my schedule is very all over the place. I work mornings, I work nights, I podcast every week, so it's kind of all over the place. So the best thing that I can do, I put all of the hours that I know I need to be somewhere first. And then for me, my next priority is going to be going to the gym, which may not be somebody's next priority.
Yeah.
For me, it is. And so like I'll figure out when that is. And then in between those times, I'll also see where my check-ins fall. And then check-ins, working out, everything else is kind of like figure outable.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. So the
hence why it takes me 3 weeks to go get my nails done.
Yeah. So the key point here is like, if you're not already using some kind of organization type of planner or something that can keep you strategized, if you're trying to achieve any kind of goal, if you're like, no, I'm not doing anything, I'm just like working, it's cool, whatever, I don't have goals, which I don't think is most of you people here. You'll want some way to push you to your goals.
I used to think that a planner was stupid.
Yeah.
I have now been getting one of those big planners for 3 years.
Yeah.
And I plan every day, every week. Like, you got to think about it. Like, your kids got things to do and you've got things to do. Like, your mom's got things to do, all of that thing. So you can't just have that all flying around in your brain and hoping you remember all the things. Somebody told me the other day, they're like, I forgot I had the body fat test the other day. And I was like, you know what? They were asking for somebody and I wasn't sure who it was supposed to be. And she completely forgot.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's so, I hate doing that. Right? Because then it's like, you have to pay for something that you didn't even get to do when you wanted to do it.
Exactly.
I don't like that.
No. So planning super important. So this is like relative, but I just have to tell this story because I'm not trying to be like, oh, it's so important, because it's not even about that. Right.
Okay.
But because I have very big goals.
Yes.
My time is like very dialed in. Like everything has a place. I'm doing all the things and I'm dating. And this gentleman has been trying to get me on a date for 3 weeks.
Okay. Yeah.
And we've already had one date, which was already a challenge. It took us like 2 weeks to even have that date.
Okay.
He's been trying to date me for 3 weeks. He owns his own business as well. And he lives in, for those that aren't around here, he's like 90 minutes. He's in like San Jose. So depending on traffic.
That's a long way.
So I'm like, Jeff, I am not, I just gave him a name. I am not a last minute kind of girl. Like you can't just be like, hey, are you free tonight? Like the chances of that really being a thing are very, very slim to none. Because if I know my week is packed, like I'm not going to want to do things on certain nights. And so I'm just going to be on like shutdown mode, right? Like my robot is charging.
Mondays and Tuesdays, I am robot mode for sure.
So it's like I can look at a calendar and look immediately where I'm going to have mental bandwidth for people or socializing or anything like that. And I can like plug it in accordingly because it's important.
I feel like a lot of people like to fly by the seat of their pants, and I think that's okay too. But if you are somebody that has...
Are you saying I'm not spontaneous?
No, you are.
No, I'm not.
No, we are.
Well, sometimes.
When there's free time.
Yeah.
Okay.
When there's free time, we'll fuck off.
Yeah.
Totally.
But I feel like I forgot what I was going to say now, but...
Sorry.
It was great.
It was an opportunity there.
Perfect.
Wrapping that up, who here uses planners? Are we the only geeky?
My gosh.
I want to know, are we the only dorks that use planners?
I want to know the people that use their phones like religiously, like how does that work?
Or if you like, I am
so bad at it. Like
I don't want to do an app. Like that's the thing. I don't want to do an app to like track my whole life in there.
But is that what the calendar is that you're doing to track your whole life in there?
Yes.
Paper
it is the calendar.
And Google.
It is the calendar app. Yes. But it's like the iPhone calendar app. But I'm not like...
it's still an app.
Okay. True.
Okay.
Besides the one that comes with your phone, does anybody use an app?
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, no. I have a book that is like a textbook and I love it. I went through it today. I did, because, we share... My husband has 4 kids and the little ones are still like back and forth. So I did all of the days throughout the whole year of like when we have kids, when we don't have kids. Because, we don't be trying to leave on weekends that we have kids.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So yeah.
Somebody says.
And everybody's been like, what are you doing in September? And I'm like, holy shit, that's a long way.
Yeah, do it on my phone and send me reminders. Oh,
you know what I forget sometimes is to set the reminder.
Planners.
Love my planner. Yeah, there we go. These are our people.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
I love that. I mean, even to the point where I'll like put down like I mean, you do this too. Like what body parts you're training in your planner so you know.
Yeah. And then, you know what I used to do, which I have not done in a minute because I haven't been sitting in an office for 8 to 5 hours a day. I used to highlight that shit and it would be like rainbow and I was so excited.
Yeah, you got hella creative.
Now I'm like,
yeah. Yeah, well, you saw mine the other day. You're like, that's not okay.
It's not okay. It's like,
it's anxiety.
I look at it and it's like a bright, shiny object. And I'm like,
really hurts your eyes.
Yeah, it's aggressive.
It's because what I do is as I'm working throughout the day, like, so my calendar has columns, right? So like Monday is like 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. is there, and like Tuesday, all through the week. And as I'm going through my morning, I'm like, I've already time blocked certain things like working on the businesses for so many hours. And so I will like write what that is going to be within that time block.
Right.
So it's like
even more.
I'm like getting very, very detailed as to like what it is I'm doing. So I'm very specific.
Journaling for 20 years. Old school journaling too. Oh, and then for the last 20 years. That's awesome. I love that. Mm-hmm. I'm actually pretty excited and proud of my planners because that was a big step for me.
For you to do that. You were just like, this is stupid.
Yeah. Like journaling right now I still think is stupid. So we're working on that.
Yeah. Okay. Next is planning your day for efficiency. So, not planning your day. Sorry. Starting your day right. We talked about planning your day. Starting your day right. So morning routines are super.
I feel like we do a lot of these without even knowing. Like you wake up, you like scratch the
crust
out of your eyeballs. You like go to the bathroom. You got to pee. Yes. If you poop first thing in the morning, please tell me what you're eating. I need to know. But I'm going to pee for sure. And then it's like, you got to kind of like brush your hair, brush your teeth.
But besides that, like besides the hygiene things, like some people, like for a while, I would get up and I would have coffee and I would sit in that chair and I would journal. And that was part of my morning routine. I would like take my supplements, get my BCAAs or my EAs ready, and then sit on the couch 30 minutes and journal. Or I would,
How much time you got?
Just 30. This is like hella early in the morning.
Yeah. And remember how grumpy you were?
Yeah. I know. But I needed to like, I kind of need to be by myself for a minute. Like I'm not a super gregarious morning person. Shocking, I know. And so that's how everybody in this house, like all of my kids are that way. So we wake up and like there's no word spoken for a minute. And that's how I like just bring myself into the world. Okay.
I think one thing that a lot of people do and that I don't always do, but when I do my laundry, like fold it and stuff, I pick out outfits I want to wear for the week.
Yes, we've done that before too.
I love that. I think it's really great and I wish I would do it more, but priorities are not in my laundry.
No.
It's clean, but it's
all over the place.
It might be wrinkly.
The other thing that some people include in their morning routine is things like breath work, meditation, prayer, things like that. So creating a morning routine is nice to have and have solidified so it like sets the tone for the rest of your day, right? You already get up, you go to work, you have a routine to get there, you drink your coffee. The part of your morning routine is like getting to the studio and being with clients.
Yes.
Right. So if that's not, obviously you're not getting up at 4 a.m. or 4:30 a.m., it's important to start your day off on the right foot. Like,
yeah, I feel like, okay, if you are somebody that literally waits till the last minute to roll out of bed and get to work, please get up like 10 minutes earlier. If somebody's waiting on you, like just 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, too, if you have the ability to be a morning exerciser.
I love that for some people.
As much as it really sucks, okay? Let me tell you, because I love me some sleep. It is the best way that I start my day.
Well, I know.
And I can't even believe I'm saying that. Who am I? Who is she right now?
I remember when Nikki was like, you need to do fasted cardio. And you were like, what?
Yeah.
You were so offended.
I didn't do it for like 2 months. I'm not even gonna lie.
I know.
I like was revolting.
So I think a really good thing to touch on right now, especially because the weather is changing. I understand you don't want to wake up early, but listen, bitch, you're not going to go work out after work. It's fucking a beautiful day outside.
Yeah, you're going to want to sit by the pool with some drinks and snacks.
Exactly. So wake your ass up so you can get your workout done in the morning. You won't have to worry about it for the rest of the day. We've been having a lot of people come in and do their training and their cardio. And I'm like, bitch.
You just owned the day.
Already done with your day.
One other thing I will say that is very, very important. Okay, so listen up, people. And this is a hard one. And I still battle it, but I'm much better than I used to be. Is instead of waking up in a reactive state and going straight to Instagram, Facebook, email, work phone mode, or anything like that in the morning, like save that until you've had time to yourself to like wake up, get your brain right, get ready for the day, like have your own time, do your workout. Like I will go to the gym. Like I have been in the morning. I will not check my email. If I have messages there that are work related, I do not answer them, except for my athletes. I'll be answering them on WhatsApp. But anything like that can wait, I don't. And the hardest one for me is staying off Instagram because I'm trying to also get content.
Yes.
But what I'm trying to do is just take video and then uploading it later, just so I can like
I'll tell you right
feel
now,
like anxious about the fact that I have work to do.
Well,
because I associate Instagram with work. Sorry.
I mean, it is though.
It's fun.
But it's really hard to video and work out and be efficient with your time.
Yes.
When you're solo.
Right.
So, yeah.
And then I answer everybody. So every DM that comes in, like I'm replying. So as they're coming in or someone's making a comment or whatever, I'm like wanting to reply back to that.
Y'all are our friends. Like we love it when y'all comment for us.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot us some hearts if you're still hanging in there.
Yeah, watching us be crazy. Okay, what are some benefits of exercise and starting your day off right like that in that morning?
You are just in an all-out better mood. Like I feel like, not to toot my own horn, but if somebody comes in with a bad day, I can usually get them to smile or laugh before they leave my studio.
Yeah, definitely.
At least once. Mm-hmm. Even if they're not talking to me. I literally just sit up there and have a conversation with myself most of the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's fine. You're a friendly kind of girl. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, I talk often on the podcast talk often about how much like exercise and like nutrition has completely changed my life, right? Like we talk about this often.
Right.
And it's made me just more of a productive person in general, right? Like just more productive because I have more energy. I'm in a better mood.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like you're more like your natural disposition most of the time is pleasant.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah. Like you're usually always in a positive mood. So I know what I get. I know what I'm getting 99% of the time when I hang out with you.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Like there's no typical big variances, but you have your days and like we get through that, right?
Yeah.
For me, that's not exactly the case.
It's not the case.
Okay. I don't wake up in a sunny disposition. Okay?
I'm ready to be like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Right at 4 a.m.
And I'm not trying to like get deep here, but part of this and why this is so important to me, like fitness, like bodybuilding was like the extreme of it, but like exercise and nutrition is because I was always like more of a depressive person, like a depressed person, and everything was like the glass is half empty. It was very negative and just really not a positive vibes person. And hence why I was on antidepressants for a very long time. And so once I started exercising and like eating right, it was like this like fog was lifted off my head and like the world wasn't such a bad place after all.
You know what? You're completely right. And I feel the same way as well. I mean, it's been a long time since the beginning, and I still feel that when I make any kind of changes here and there anyways. But just like seeing that in the studio, because we have a lot of girls that are starting with the Goddess Body Project. So like this is going to be like the first time they're actually like training 3 times a week. Mm-hmm. They're like tracking their food, all of the things. And like to see the progression of the confidence and the way that they come in, the things that they're wearing, the way that stuff changes over, the track of 3 months or however long anybody's been with us, which is up to years, it's just really amazing to watch.
It is.
So it goes to show, even if you don't love going to the gym and exercising, just moving your body is going to change your complete day.
Definitely. And somebody just asked, do you ever feel like the rest days mess with that great mood boost exercise causes?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm reading sideways. Yeah. And that was something I struggled with too, especially when I started getting really into bodybuilding and I just wanted to be at the gym every day, like because my body was changing. And like every day I would want to be, I was the girl at the gym and I'd be there for 2.5 hours. Just like, I want to do everything. Right. And like my kids hated going to the gym with me because they'd be like, Mom, you keep adding exercises, right? It's like a thing. And it became like, I was like addicted. Like I needed that like that happy feeling, that good feeling, that rush
the
afterwards.
Endorphins, yeah.
And, that's not healthy either.
No.
So, so now I feel like I've settled into.
I think your best thing to do on a rest day is just stay active, but don't be in the gym. Don't be doing cardio on a treadmill. Like if you can, go out and do something. Go have fun.
Yeah.
If like stay busy, but you don't have to be busy in the gym every day.
No.
It's too much.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So, okay, next is let's talk about how we stay focused through the day. Focus is really challenging right now.
Yeah. There's so many shiny objects like all over the place.
Yes.
Lots of things.
I definitely struggle with focus. I definitely have ADD, and we've talked about how it's like gotten worse.
Right.
So for me, I'm going to talk about how I minimize distractions and some things I do to focus. And then we'll talk to you.
Learn.
Several things. So I put my phone on do not disturb, which because you try to get a hold of me and it's like beep, boop, nope.
I push it through.
Yeah. So I put my phone on do not disturb. And for the past probably 3 weeks, I put it on airplane mode. So it's like, unless someone's dying, I don't know what's going on. Okay. Yep. The only time I get up to check it is if my timer goes off.
And this is during work hours.
This is during work hours.
Okay,
This is how structured my shit has been. And it's been crazy. So phone is on D&D, airplane mode. I set a timer for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And I just fucking go. Like I just start working. I start looking at my tasks and like what needs to be first. And it takes a minute, right? Like my brain is itchy. It's like, I don't want to settle down here. I don't like sitting. And so I'm like, which tabs do I need to have open? So that takes a second and get settled, get my water, get my coffee, whatever, put on some background music and fucking just go. And part of that is I make sure I get up and take breaks every 25 to 30 minutes. Sometimes I'll push it to an hour. So I'm sitting a lot. And then some things that I do is I will, usually have 1 cup of coffee. Then I have those Magic Mind shots.
Okay.
So I've been using those too because they're amazing. They have ashwagandha in them. They have, what are those? Like the mushrooms, the fucking fancy mushroom coffee type stuff that's in there. And so
is it kachava?
Oh, it's, you know what? It's like chaga mushroom or something.
Oh.
So I shoot that back, my water, and I'm like fucking in the zone.
You're ready for the next round? It's like
in
set 2, let's go.
Set 2, let's go.
Okay.
And then when my phone goes off, I get up and usually I will make sure nobody's dying. I'll check everything, lock it back down, and then it's like repeat. And I usually do 2 cycles like that at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. And sometimes I'll go out and like, I try not to eat lunch at my desk because I hate that. That's like a bad habit, like while I'm working.
Oh, yeah.
So I take my food and I usually go outside.
I step away.
Yeah. I go outside or I'll just pull up something that is not fitness related, not related to anything that I do for like my livelihood, that I can just like zone out for a second because I don't do that very often.
Oh, I'm curious as to what that might be.
Use your imagination. It's not porn, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
I don't do that while I'm eating my food.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just too weird. Okay. So how does your focus go through the day?
Mine is all over the place because my schedule is different every day. So it just depends. I mean, obviously, like I work at the studio, so that's number 1. I need to get check-ins done. That's number 2. I need to get my workouts in. That's number 3. And it shuffles not very much. It depends. So it's either 7 in the morning on my short days or it's 1 to 3 in the afternoon on my long days.
Okay.
And the rest of that is emails, check-ins. And then I just have made a boundary with myself because this is something that we're like learning, right? We need to do some boundaries. I can't just work 24 hours a day. That's not fair. That wasn't the reason I wanted to do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I make a boundary that typically I will not be working anytime past like 7.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times I'm at the studio. So there's that as well.
Yeah. I mean, you have to set when, like for us, we like work for ourselves, right? Like you have structured hours you're at the studio and stuff. But for me, it's like, it's like so much shit can happen. It's a free for all. So I will, like my son was like the other day, he's like, you literally like have not moved all day. I'm like, you are correct. But I do have to set boundaries with myself as well. But usually my laptop is not like until probably about 7 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
From 8 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because my workout's done.
I think that's something that people don't understand. It's like, yeah, work for yourself. You're going to have all this free time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, no, because all we want to do is like do better, give y'all more content, do more better shit.
Yeah.
And like our goals just keep getting bigger and bigger, like every 3 months.
Yeah. And I think it's, it's very similar to fitness.
I think for me too, like I like to take things like 3 months at a time. Like that, I think it's a good amount of time that you can even like, and this could go for anything. I mean, obviously 3 months, you can see some significant change in a body if that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
If you're trying to grow your business and you focus on the things that's going to grow your business in the first 3 months, if you're doing those things, it's going to grow.
Yeah, for
things
sure.
are going to happen.
For sure. So hopefully that was helpful. Next thing, something that I'm passionate about, but also working on myself is managing email and like communications that are always coming through. So I think it's a terrible idea to have your notifications on. Okay. I'm talking
for
shit.
Emails?
On Instagram.
Oh.
That is so bad. I hate that.
I'm not as popular as you.
Your phone is constantly glittering everywhere.
I ignore it.
Her
Is it making you feel a type of way?
It does. It like
ignore it.
It like makes my brain itchy. Like
I'm like, I need to do that. I need to touch it. There's lots of shit there. That's cool.
I see her phone just lighting up like a Christmas tree, and I'm like, I would have massive anxiety.
2 minutes, 24 minutes, 33 minutes. Yeah. I mean,
so in Diane's world, I can't have shiny objects like that because my ADD will spiral on a whole nother level, and I will have to check every one of those and clear them all out.
Oh, no, I don't. Sorry, y'all, if I miss a message.
Yeah.
I'm busy.
So turning off notifications on apps. Inbox, I try to stay out of being in there all day. I don't have my email notifications on my phone, so it doesn't bing bong ping me all the time.
Yeah.
So I try to reduce it to 3 times a day.
Okay.
But it's probably closer to 6, but I'm trying to peel that back.
When I'm in work mode, like I check it in the beginning, in the middle, and the end. Mm-hmm. If I go back onto the computer and it's like later on in the day, I'll probably check it again. But if it's 7 o'clock, not happening.
Yeah. Yeah, not happening.
Not happening.
I also think it's a good idea too to sometimes go into your inbox and like start cleaning that shit up. So sometimes I'll set a timer for 10, 15 minutes and I just go unsubscribe to a bunch of shit.
That's not the first time you've said that. And I've done it a bunch of times. And I'm still like, where the fuck are all these emails coming from?
I know. Yeah. So I'm do
like,
that
what
often.
Is that? What did I sign up for?
Mm-hmm. I'm like, I protect my inbox now. So I don't like, if I go somewhere and they ask you for like your email address and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, thank you.
You say no?
I say no.
I love that.
No way, man. Get your shit out of my inbox. I don't need that.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, I bought whatever I bought.
Yeah. I don't want your club card. I don't want to be a party. I don't even come here. I'm just here once.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Bye. Okay. So that's really how I deal with email and honestly communication with apps and shit like that. And then for me, like some people can sit and like see all their text messages just like accumulate through the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I don't have that many friends.
Well, I mean, but I'm talking like, like I get texted from like staff and things like that.
Right.
And so they're like, I can't just let that simmer.
No, and I think that's a different situation for us though as well, is because, we are communicating between trainers and coach and, boss and mom and best friend. And so like, it's a lot to just let all of that sit there because then when you come back, it's going to be overwhelming.
Yeah.
So when you take your little breaky breaks, that's what you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wrapping up your day is also important. So when we talked about that we shut our shit down like around 7, before I shut it down, typically what I do, sometimes I forget, I've been forgetting a little bit lately, is I will make sure whatever I'm going to be working on first thing in the morning, my browsers are open.
Oh.
And they're like ready to go and everything else is closed. I should have no reason to go into Gmail or like do anything like that, right? Or like some other stupid sites.
Yeah.
So I will grab my planner. I'll look at it, look what I have planned for the day, what looks realistic for me to plug in there if I need to plug anything that didn't get done from this day, and kind of like figure out if anything needs to be delegated. Like if I put way too much on my plate and I need to delegate some shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'll do for the next day, get ready for it, get my browsers open, and just kind of shut down and leave my stuff and like get out. And I used to take my laptop to bed.
Oh.
I know. Yeah. That was that as I was single, is what I went to bed with was my laptop. And I would work. Work.
No.
And so I stopped doing that.
Yeah.
I did do it last week though. Or no, when did I do that? Yeah, I did do it last week because I needed to upload the podcast and it was like, I fucking forgot. It was like a Thursday and I was like, oh shit, I didn't, forgot. Clint got it to me. Sorry, Clint. And then I go to, it's like 9:00 at night. And so I'm like, I'm just going to lay in bed and do this. I'm not sitting at the table right now, but yeah, that's very rare.
You know what? I forgot to tell the story. I was sitting yesterday doing check-ins. My whole ass leg went numb sitting there. And I was like, if I try and stand on this, I'm probably going to break my leg right now. So I should just sit.
Yeah.
And I literally sat there for another 2 minutes waiting for it to start to tingle because I couldn't feel it.
Shout out to Sanctuary Pizza.
Yeah.
We love you. Your pizza's so good. It's amazing. Anyways, okay. Saw pizza and I got distracted. CADD. Yeah, I know. You know what I was thinking when you said that right now? I'm like, man, we're getting unfit, helping people get fit. I've been sitting, if you look at how much I'm sitting now compared to when I was training clients, how you are.
I have 10,000 steps by 10:30.
Yeah, no, I don't even, I have 13.
What do you got?
I have 13.
18,259.
Yeah, so I was so much more active. So it's I have to be intentional about it. So I even put in my planner, walk the dog, blocking off this time.
No, and I feel
walk the dog.
So I do actually have that as a goal for some of my girls. I'm like, you have a little puppy. He loves going. Roger loves going for a walk.
Ugh, he's so annoying.
I know. But I mean, listen, kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah.
Give your dog a little walk. Get yourself some steps. Also, be aware if you don't swing your arm, you're not getting steps.
Yeah. Make sure it's just
swing your arm,
the arm that's
with
moving.
your watch or fist bump. That works too.
Okay.
I do it a lot.
So how do you end your day? Do you just be like, peace out, go to bed?
Well, it depends. So today I already took a shower, so I won't have to. But typically it's with a shower right before bed. I kind of calm down. Maybe watch some TV. I put on cooking shows to go to sleep to.
No.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Dave hates it. But okay, so I have been trying to have some coffee, but I need to be careful.
Coffee at night?
It's decaf.
Oh, yeah.
I'm being good, I promise.
Yeah, that's fine.
I wanted to skip to tea, but now it's getting warm, so I'm having a little dilemma. What should I do?
What should you drink at night?
Yeah.
A broski.
No, we have goals.
Get a Keystone Light. Come on. I think
we're not
it's great.
doing that.
No.
Never.
I don't know.
I would never do that.
Get a diet soda.
You tell me that's caffeine.
No, not a diet like Sprite.
Oh, okay.
Or a diet root beer or Squirt or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Got it.
All right. So we review our to-do list for the next day. We get it ready, lined up, and simmer our asses down. My bedtime routine is basically I try to shut everything down, be in bed by 9, and then I'm either journaling, reading, or I'm talking to a boyfriend.
I have a 9 p.m. alarm that goes on. That is
shut it down.
Figure it out, bitch.
Yeah, shut it down.
Figure it out. It's bedtime. I had a hard time sleeping last night too.
Did you have caffeine?
I had coffee at the studio at
That's
5. And Pammy was like, you're going to regret that later. And I was like, it was fine yesterday.
2 nights in a row not working for you, is it?
Did not. It did not.
No. All right. Well, I think we covered it all. I mean, really what we want you to take away from this is the importance of planning shit out if you want to achieve things.
Especially if you're busy. If you are a busy person, please take the 30 minutes a week and get yourself a planner. Write yourself in there, especially for my other friends too. Some of my friends are working like more than we do. And I'm like, listen, you got to stop doing that.
Yeah, it's nuts.
So, I mean, I understand, make it rain.
Make it rain.
You also need to live your life. Okay.
Okay. Plan your day. Start your day right with some exercise, meditation, prayer, whatever that means to you.
Yes.
Stay focused throughout the day. So minimize your distractions, turn off shit that's going to be binging and whistling at you all day or your phone lighting up over here, Miss Glitter.
It does not faze me at
Take
all.
breaks if you need to recharge. I sit in the backyard,
I
go
do
for a
take
walk.
breaks too.
You sit in the backyard with your dog.
Yep.
Manage your email. Don't live in your inbox. Don't live in there. Like, if you live in there, you're not going to get anything done. Okay. You're going to see shiny objects. And before you know it, you're spending like $500 at Lululemon because a newsletter email came through.
Yeah.
Okay. So once you have that all dialed in, you shut your day down, close it up, look at your list for the next day. Do delegate delete is my triple D.
Dang.
It's not even mine, but I stole it.
Okay.
So what am I going to do? What am I going to delegate?
Yeah.
And what do I just need to delete? Like, it doesn't need to be on here. It's going to stress me out. It's a thing.
Hang.
Okay. And then power yourself down, get your ass to bed, and do it all again the next day.
Yeah, I think that's one thing too, that we preach a lot is that it's not just doing it one day, it's doing it all the days. And once it becomes a habit, you don't even have to really think about it anymore, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's not even thinking about going to the gym at 5 a.m. anymore. It's just what she does.
Yeah, that's
Same
weird
thing.
to me.
It
That's
is weird.
so weird.
Like, same thing for me. Like, I just know that I teach in the morning at 5 a.m. and I put my sparkly ass pants on and then I get my ass there and it's great.
She's not wrong.
And I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. Well, I think we're done here. Happy Wednesday night.
Did y'all read my shirt?
Show me that butthole. Lovely.
That's how you should do your deadlifts.
Mm-hmm.
Just a tip.
Just a tip. Okay. It was nice hanging out with you guys tonight. Have a great evening. And thanks for listening to Boss Bitch Radio.
Bye.
Bye. Boss Bitch. Thank you for listening to Boss Bitch Radio. It would mean the world to me if you could rate and review the podcast. If you could give us a 5-star review on iTunes, drop us a little comment. We will read those and we offer prizes as a ethical bribe for you to leave us some great mojo and words of affirmation. That is my love language. And also, if you're over on Spotify, you can rate and review it there as well. All of this helps other women, other people, other folks see us, hear us, and learn from all of the amazing Boss Bitch tools and hacks and hopefully get some LOLs. And if not, if anything, if you could share this with one person, I'd love you forever. And I know you are just here for my undying love. And last but not least, please, 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 please come find me over on Instagram so we can be buddies. We can be Insta fam over there. I am Diane Flores _IFBB_pro. Come say hi, drop me a DM, let me know what you think of the podcast. I'm always open for new suggestions and feedback as well. And I hope you listen again soon.